Here's the real reason manifestation feels like it isn't working. And it isn't because it isn't working, it's because it is working. But you're in what's called buffer time, right? And once you begin to understand it, you begin to stop rushing and start receiving. Okay. Now, what is buffer time? Buffer time is that sacred space between desire and delivery. It's a space between the vision you asked for and the version of yourself that you need to be in order to maintain it. Okay. So buffer time isn't punishment, it's actually divine protection. And that's because it's the creator of the balanced universe, or the universe saying, let me give you time to align, to become who you need to be in order to maintain the vision that you're calling. Let me help you become who you need to be so that it doesn't slip through your fingers, right? And you have to think about it like this. If everything we've ever wanted came at the moment that we wanted it, that we thought we wanted it, we would have been in some very troubling situations, because sometimes we think we want one thing when actually we're not ready for it, or it's not actually what we want. Sometimes we have intrusive thoughts on things that we think we want to do or think about doing, but we truly don't want to do. And so buffer time is that space that gives you time. It's the delay, okay? So that it can protect you from yourself, from your own thoughts. It's also to aid you in becoming who you need to be in order to maintain the visions that you're calling into your life. Why most people think it isn't working? It's because most people have failed to realize that we don't receive what we want, we receive what we are. We receive the level of vibration that we are on, right? So if you are someone still saying, I really want love, right? But you're still embracing abandonment or negativity, thoughts like all women are trash, relationships are dead, all men are trash, then you will continuously attract relationships with people who don't give you the love that you truly deserve. You will attract situationships and relationships that are a representation of the level of vibration that you are on, a representation of the thoughts that you have about yourself and about the world, about men or women or whoever you choose to be with. Or if you have abandonment issues and you're still stuck on past relationships and what happened to you in the past, then love will not last for you. And the same thing applies to abundance or wealth. You can say, I am wealthy. You can say, I want abundance. But if your thoughts are spiraled, right, and you get stressed every time a bill hits, or you get stressed just thinking about how you're going to make the rent next month, if you're stressed out about money in general, if you can't even look at your bank account every day with a smile, regardless of that balance, then abundance won't last, because you are stuck looking at the material aspect of your life. You're looking at what you currently have instead of focusing on what you are capable of attracting and experiencing. Okay, you are embracing thoughts of limitation, limiting yourself and limiting the creator of the balanced universe. If you're embracing a lack mentality, right, then you will not be able to hold on to money, to wealth, to abundance, because of the level of vibration that you are currently on and the level of thoughts you allow yourself to engage in and hold on to. Most of us do not pay attention to ourselves as much as we need to. We do not pay attention, not in a conceited way, right? But in a way that we need to be paying attention to what our dominant thoughts are, because our dominant thoughts would tell us a lot about ourselves and where we are on the vibrational spectrum and how far or close we are to achieving the life it is that we want to create for ourselves. You have to begin to realize that the creator of the balanced universe, the law of attraction, does not listen to what comes out of your mouth, right? It listens to the vibration that you are emanating, your aura, right? And so if your vibration is that of lack and limitation, negativity, a lower nature, then it will take you a very long time, or you will never receive that which is on a higher vibration than what you are on. You see, the universe The creator is never confused. We are. And so when you begin to see it like this is a perfect example. If you said you were currently, like, let's say you were currently in Arizona and you wanted to get to California, right? Now, I've heard this example before and it's perfect. And you were walking on foot. But let's say you weren't using your senses. You had a bad sense of direction. Maybe you had bad eyesight. You couldn't really see or utilize your other senses as well to get you to where you need to be. Let's say you started walking in the direction, right, to get to California from Arizona, and you're going the right way, but then you see something and get off track, or you get confused and get lost and you turn around. And now that you've been walking for some while, you notice, hey, wait, I'm not heading towards California. I'm heading back towards Arizona. And now that you've noticed that you're heading back towards Arizona, you stop, you turn around, and you head right back towards California. And let's say you just keep doing that again, going up and down, towards Cali, towards Arizona, towards Cali, towards Arizona. You're not getting to where you need to be because you keep going in the zigzag. And that may sound confusing, but that's because that's what it's supposed to sound like. You are confusing the creator, not only yourself, you're confusing the universe because you're not keeping yourself in a dominant thought, right? You're not keeping yourself in a dominant vibration, right? No one's asking you to be perfect, but when you keep going from high vibrational thought to low vibrational thought, high vibrational thought to low vibrational thought, you slow down the speed of attracting what it is that you are trying to experience, to be, to do, or to have. Okay, so the goal is to learn to eventually maintain a more positive vibration, positive thoughts, than you can maintain lower vibrational negative thoughts. The longer you are able to hold on to the vision that you desire, to the experience that you desire, the longer you are able to maintain doing the actions and engaging in the thoughts that you need to engage in to attract the experiences that you want to experience, to be the person that you desire to be. The longer you are able to do that, the faster you are able to attract those experiences in your life. The easier manifestation will be for you. Okay. Now, this is not something I'm saying you will learn overnight, but this is something that you can begin to work on so that you can begin to use the power that you have been endowed with, the creative imagination that you have been endowed with. You have a mind and it is powerful, okay? And it is meant for you to use it to create a life that you truly deserve and a life that you truly desire to live, okay? The point is not to focus on what other people say about you, whatever their self-limitations are, because you don't have to take any of that on. The goal is to become who you desire to be, regardless of what anyone else thinks, doing whatever it is that you desire to do, regardless of what anyone else says. And obviously we want that to be more of a positive nature, of course, but nevertheless, this is where it gets spiritual, all right? You are the universe. A piece of the creator is expressing itself through you, okay? And so your job isn't to chase whatever it is that you desire, whatever vision that you have, right? It's to align to it. Even scripture says, ask and it's given. Scripture does not say beg, plead, cry, hope, and it's given. It says ask, right? So your job is to receive it, to be open to it, to align to that which you are asking for, not to beg, plead, or cry. Because you are a part of the all, a part of the creator of the balanced universe. And you have power that you have been endowed with. But you have allowed yourself to embrace thoughts of lack and limitation. And now it's time to leave those thoughts behind, those actions behind, and embrace who you can be, who you are meant to be, and what you are capable of. Buffer time is the creator saying, let me refine you. Let me chip off what needs to go in order for you to be ready for what it is that you've been asking for. It's grace, you know. It's kind of beautiful when you think about it too, the process, when you start to embrace it. And you realize that it's actually divine alignment. Now, how do you actually use buffer time? Well, here are some of the things that I do that you may find helpful. And you're probably going to know the first thing that I'm going to say, which is visualize often. And you may hear this all the time, but I ask you, my friend, are you actually visualizing? Are you actually visualizing in your mind often what it is that you desire, how it feels, how it tastes, how it smells? You know, when we grow up, we begin to lose our creative imagination and stop embracing that. But it's actually beneficial for us because it helps us. The more we visualize, the clearer we can get on what exactly it is that we want. Okay, so we don't just get anything. For example, you can say, I want $1 million. And one day you may be presented with an opportunity to have $1 million. But let's say you didn't visualize or you didn't refine that affirmation to say, I am wealthy for the rest of my life. I hold on to millions of dollars constantly, effortlessly, endlessly now. Instead, you just said you wanted $1 million. And now that you've got the $1 million, you don't have the financial literacy to hold on to it. So now you're back at square one. You didn't spend all the money, which has happened to people. That's because you didn't visualize and you didn't utilize the buffer time to get really, really clear on what exactly it is that you're asking for and how you want that to be presented in your life. So visualize. Every wealthy person, every successful person that you look up to has done it. So don't think it's something that you can skip over too. Number 2 is to check your emotions. When you begin to check your emotions let you know where you are on the vibrational spectrum. It lets you know whether you are in or out of alignment with the creator of the balanced universe. It lets you know if you are on a higher or lower vibration, which essentially lets you know whether you are attracting what it is that you desire or you are not attracting what it is that you desire. So the goal is to pay more attention to what your emotions are at any and every given time that you're able to. And to begin to realize that, hey, if I am heading towards a negative or a lower vibrational emotion, then the goal is to slowly, gently, respectfully, patiently guide yourself back to where you need to be. Okay, don't beat on yourself. Don't get even more angry with yourself because life isn't perfect and we will go through different motions, right? And that's okay. The goal is to just pay attention to where you are and just guide yourself when you feel that you need to be guided in a more fruitful or beneficial direction. All right. The next thing would be to constantly asking yourself, does this thought put me further or closer to my goal? And you already know what you should do from there depending on your answer. The next thing would be to celebrate the synchronicities. Realize that if you are doing the actions and engaging in the thoughts that you need to engage in, and you begin to start experiencing things that are in alignment with the vision or the life that you're calling, that is not a coincidence. That is called a synchronicity. You are in synchronicity with the universe, with the creator of the balanced universe. And so you need to be celebrating that. That shows that you are on the right path. And from my personal experience, lately there have been a lot of synchronicities. The more that I engage in this work, the more that I do it, the more that I stick to the path, engage in the actions and the thoughts that I need to engage in. And usually I can tell when I'm falling off because you'll start to begin to notice things happening around you or lack of happening around you. And therefore, you know you are not doing what you need to do. And most importantly, learn to relax, right? Engage in activities that help you to be grounded and calm while you're in buffer time, right? Whether that's prayer, meditations, going outside, or being around people who uplift you. Stop trying to bulldoze buffer time and realize that you can't manifest faster by stressing more. The more you stress, the slower manifestation will work for you. The slower you will manifest in your life, right? Okay? And realize that you don't get what you chase. You get what you are. You get whatever level of vibration that you are on. That's the energy that you receive. Let me leave you with this. You're not behind, okay? You are in buffer. And that's beautiful and that's okay. And I want you to repeat after me. Everything is constantly working out for me, no matter how things look at any and every point in time. Please embrace that thought, my friends. And if you think this video helped you in any way or will help anyone that you know, please don't forget to drop a heart, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will see you guys next time.